Hey guys, I'm Alicia and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Y'all, okay, today is the day. As y'all can see, I have a chair right here. As y'all can see, it's empty. That means we have a special guest. And that guest is my husband. I'm so excited to have him here today because you guys have said y'all want to hear the story of how we met. So I told you I was going to bring him to help tell the story because he always like, that ain't what happened. Blah, 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 blah. You know how men do, always try to remix history. We're going to get his side of the story, but most importantly, mine. So without further ado, welcome my bae, honey.
Alicia? I'm Alicia's husband.
All right, guys. So this is my husband, aka Lamar, and yeah, I'm super excited to have him here. I know he's probably like,
I'm happy to be here, as you can see.
he is not used to being in front of the camera, even though my shenanigans on Instagram, you know, it's a little bit more, you know, free flowing. That's when I usually get him cutting up, but right now he get a little shy and stuff. I'll loosen him up, don't worry. Anywho, so shout out to Sherelle who said, I want to hear the Instagram bae story. And she said that in the comments of the 6 fun facts about me. If you haven't seen that already, make sure you check it out. So shout out to her because your wish is my command, as I said. So let's get it. I really don't even know where to start because, okay, like, as y'all know about me by now, I'm funny, silly, goofy, like to have a good time, fun, flying, free.
Alicia?
That's his favorite word. You're gonna hear it a lot. So my husband is a lot of those things as well. So we're probably gonna be being a fool this whole time. But anyway, let's get to it, okay? Because I met my husband on Instagram.
Shout out to Instagram.
No, ain't no shout out to Instagram. Instagram ain't paying us.
Cut that out.
No. Okay, cut us a coin and then maybe we could shout you out. But I met my husband on Instagram and it was not on purpose. I was not searching, looking, trying to find a babe on Instagram. That's the last thing I thought would ever probably happen was meet someone in general, let alone a boyfriend, fiance, husband. Like,
the greatest man alive, but that's another video.
Exactly. We even watch so much on YouTube. Anyway, I my business on Instagram one day, okay? And this was, I always tell people, this was before Instagram direct message, aka the DMs, launched, okay? There were no DMs. Okay, I'm telling my age, but there was no DMs, okay? So if you like somebody, you was checking for somebody, you've been following them, you think they're cute or whatever, you could not slide in the DMs. This one right here was very active on social media.
I was active, correct.
Okay, very active on social media. Okay, lots of emojis and comments and things of that nature. Little kiki to kikis, you know. I wasn't really like that. I was just having a good time with people that I knew. I wasn't really, you know, kicking it with too many strangers. But I don't know.
How was I kicking it with strangers?
Oh, maybe they weren't strangers.
That's for another video.
The thing about it is, we still don't know who followed who first and how did we even start following each other.
She followed me in like summer 2013.
What?
Yeah.
Now he just making stuff up. Like, I've never heard this in the time we've been together.
And every time she would post, I hit her with my classic, beautiful.
Oh, that was your classic. Who else was running this classic on?
At the time, it was just you.
Lamar. Okay. Anyway. So
we'll just have to agree to disagree that the following just happened.
Yeah, it was kismet. So we started following one another and we would interact here or there, a little emoji, a little beautiful. And that was
I
that.
hate handsome. You gave me a couple of those too. I'll pull up my phone if needed.
I couldn't give too many hey handsomes because there was already too many people in the comments already giving comments and emojis. So I wasn't about to be the 54th hey handsome. No.
I was young, handsome.
I wasn't about to...
And looking for you. That's all they need to know in this video.
Lies. I wasn't about to be the 54th hey handsome. So though we did interact, I didn't say too much because it was already a lot of people that was pressed in the comments and I wasn't really trying to come off pressed. So there were no direct messages. So there was times when I was kind of like at home, you know, ladies, when you single, you at home drinking your wine, you start feeling yourself, you feeling real bold. And I was like, I thought to myself, I said, this is what they used to do. You used to have to leave like in the comments on like an old picture. Like you gotta go to like 97 weeks ago and like put something in the comments so that nobody would like come across it. Cause this was like before they even had a feed for you to see what other people was posting and stuff like that.
Correct.
Instagram nosy now to put all your business on Front Street, but like back then you had to like see it on your feed that somebody commented on this picture, so you wouldn't see an old picture on somebody's feed back then, so you was pretty much safe unless somebody else was doing the same thing.
Exactly.
So I was like, I had my little moment of weakness where I was like, maybe I should like leave my phone number. Then I was like, I ain't leaving my phone number. Then I was like, maybe I should leave my email. I was like, you know what? This wine got me tripping. Exactly. No. I lied to you guys not. The next day, I got a message and this was back when Vine was out.
You really showing your age now.
This is back when Vine was out, okay? When Vine, and everybody was talking about how Instagram launched direct messages. So I'm like, oh snap, it's about to get crazy. People about to be in the DMs, yada, yada, yada. Next thing you know, it's like, you have a direct message. No, it said video message from, what the heck was your Instagram name back then?
Back when I was running these streets, it was Wiley.
You have a video message from Wiley, and I'm like, who the heck? What? I knew who he was. I knew his Instagram name, but I'm like, what's a video message? So I go to it.
Go ahead. I mean, I got straight to the point. Like, I wasn't messing around, so.
I go to the message.
He's sitting there with a guitar.
You know when you get a DM and there's a video on the like you just see a little shot? He's sitting there with a guitar, and I'm like, yeah, he about to sing me a song. Like, oh my God, I didn't even know he could sing. Oh my God, is this what's going on? I'm hyped. Like, I haven't even pressed the button yet. Like, I really am trying to get myself together because I'm like, what is going on?
Exactly.
I pressed the button. I'm like, all right. Woo. I pressed the button, and he's like, oh, I wrote you a song. I wrote you a song. And he's like, strums the guitar like, that's it.
And here we are.
I was like, boy, if you get... I was pissed because I really was hyped. I was like, you play too much. Like,
she wasn't that mad.
So then I sent the video back because, you know, I had to...
And you should have... I wish I had robe, a bucket of ice cream, and...
I had ice cream in the video.
Thanks for the song.
Lord lies. I was in my robe.
You remind me of Nokia.
They probably don't know who Nokia is. I don't know. Let me tell you.
I have the screenshot.
I told y'all. I keep the receipts, baby. I guess it worked because we started chit-chatting.
There's no guessing. It did work. Fellas, one strumming the guitar, and you end up with a girl from Linden, New Jersey.
So we were sending videos back and forth.
Hold on. Because the first message, you was mad rude. I was like, so what's your name? You know, like mad average conversation. Hey, what's your name? Because what was your Instagram name at the time?
I'm Alicia F. I used to have the F at the end.
It definitely wasn't that.
Yes,
but anyway,
it was.
I was
it
like,
was
hey,
name.
What's your name? And she was like, my name is in my profile. And I'm like, okay.
No, my name
Keisha?
my name was Alicia F. I'm pretty sure. And he's like, what's your name? And I'm like, Alicia, like it's in my
Exactly.
profile.
Just
My
to
name is my
confirm, because
name.
people be using fake names.
Right, the chicks you was dating. Cause he had Wale. Like that's why he probably was asking me, cause he had Wale up there. All kinds of aliases.
That's for another video.
Actually, when he DM'd me, it was his birthday, so I had to be all that for on your birthday. You gonna sit there with a guitar, send me a DM. You came over on your birthday, like you must have been baby.
Was it my birthday?
You know it's your birthday. He wasn't even think about me. He was like, I can't go another year. This a new year, new me. I'm out here. Like,
That's
okay.
exactly what it was.
So his birthday is the end of the year, which is December, and it's like
The greatest month. Shout out to all Sagittarius. Lies.
So his birthday is the end of the year. So it was the end of 2013.
13.
It was the end of 2013. It was on his birthdays when he DM'd me. We were like chit-chatting for like a couple weeks in the DMs. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to give him my number. But in this day and age, I was like, don't text me. Because we already been chit-chatting in these little short videos. Do not text me. I didn't say that to him, but in my head, I was like, he better not text me. I'm going to tell him to call me. And he better call me.
And what I do?
Text me.
I ain't been listening since day one, okay?
I was like, call me, yada, yada, yada. So a couple days went by and he was like, oh, it was around his son's birthday. He was like, oh, it's my son's birthday. I'm taking him and his friends. Yada, yada. So you know, ladies, you like, oh, here come another excuse. Like, I should have never even gave him my number. Like,
And it was my son's birthday.
Listen, I don't know him. I don't know his son. I don't know nothing about him. All I know is you a stranger who popped up with a guitar. And now you can't do what you said you was going to do because it was already about to be a dub. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to be nice.
There's no dub in sight.
I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be patient. And lo and behold, he finally did call me. And when you called me, I was at my sister's house. Told me I didn't have his number. I gave him mine. So I was like, who this? He's like, Lamar. Like...
Facts. Like, what you mean who this? Who else you know from Connecticut? Because she claimed at the time she ain't know nobody from Connecticut, but... y'all know how it goes.
Anyway, so I'm like, who's this? So then I'm like, oh, I was spending the night having a girls' night with my sister and my niece, so I didn't want to have our first conversation here. So I hit him back, and finally, the first time we talked, I must say, the conversation was bomb. Like, we were on the phone for hours. He was at work, barely working, playing me all kinds of love songs, laying it on thick, laying it on thick, okay? Like, we were having, like, a song battle. Like, I'd be like, what you know about this? He's like, what you know about this? And it was all the old school R&B. And fun fact, my husband is younger than me. That's another story.
Definitely another story.
That's another story. But how many years younger than me? It's like, technically.
Math, so.
Right. About
3 to 4 years.
3 to 4 years, but closer to 4 because my birthday's at the beginning of the year and his birthday's at the end. So it's about a 4-year difference. So he a little tenderoni. Anyway, we were playing our little R&B songs and he playing all the oldies. I'm like, what he know about this? Like, he laying it on thick, like I said. And I was like, So our first conversation, we were like on the phone all day while he was at work after. And then from there, every conversation was really like, like, there was good combos. Like, I was
so
impressed.
when I'm going to see you.
All he was probably thinking.
Facts.
All he was probably thinking. No, so in my head, I'm starting to think now. I'm like, okay, he's from Connecticut. I've never been to Connecticut. I'm from Jersey. You had never been to Jersey at that time, right?
Correct. Just passing through.
So I'm thinking Connecticut's like... like I said in my last video, like, geography ain't my thing. I don't know why I thought Connecticut was like 3-4 hours away. So in my head, I was like, this probably ain't even gonna work anyway. But hey, I told y'all I lived that YOLO life. Like, YOLO, YOLO, YOLO. What's the worst that could happen? Well, hopefully I don't die. But what's the worst that could happen?
That is the worst.
That is the worst. So in my head, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to have him come to Jersey. And I for darn sure ain't going to Connecticut.
Why ain't you want me to come to Jersey?
Because more than likely, if you came to Jersey, I would go somewhere that I was familiar with. So it would be easier for you to find me if it was crazy.
To bump into one of your booze or something. That's what it sounded like, because I ain't that crazy. I'm crazy now because of what we done been through.
What? No, it had nothing to do with that. It had to do with if you was a crazy, like a stalker, psycho. I didn't want you to be going places where I want to go back to. Like, I'm greedy. I like to eat. Like, I don't want to not be able to go back to my favorite restaurant because you crazy. You might find me there. So in my head, I'm like, let's meet in New York. It's the perfect middle way. He don't gotta come too far. I don't gotta go too far. I used to be in New York all the time with my friends, so I'm like, I'm comfortable here. I could get around. Set something up, and I was like scared, freaking out, nervous. Kind of like in my head, I'm kind of like, is this really happening? Like, are you meeting a stranger over social media? Like, what is going on? And you know how it is when you first start dating and talking to somebody and you having those little feelings like, is this real? Do I like him? What is this? Oh my God, you trying to deny it? But the Pisces in me, who's a dreamer, who I see you in 2 seconds, I done planned our whole life together. Like,
She did. I don't think she planned on living in Connecticut, but
right. So no, I did not.
She is.
No, I did not plan on. It, like, the Pisces in me was like, wow, this could be great. But then, like, I have got used to kind of popping those bubbles quick. Like, girl, come back to reality because I could float on our first date. But that's another video.
That's definitely another video because stressful.
Stressful.
I mean, the date was great because that's for another video.
So that's how we met on Instagram. It was very, for me, unexpected. It was something I was not looking for, something that I was not trying to.
I was looking for it, so I told myself going into 2014 that I wanted to venture out the box, and wham bam, here she came, and that was it.
Before the year even came, I was...
Exactly. So I already knew in my head that I wanted to venture outside of my local area, and I think New York was the furthest I wanted to go. But Jersey was like, she lived right on the. She basically lived in Love and Hip Hop, New York, New Jersey.
Because you know Love and Hip Hop New York really be filmed in Jersey. The moral of the story, I would say, and we always tell this to other people or whenever we tell this story, is really like, if you feel like you're at a point in your life where you're looking for love, you're ready to settle down, you gotta be real with yourself. Like, you gotta be real with yourself. Like, what have I been doing? What am I doing? And what have I been doing that's not working? So for him, like he said, he wanted to venture out, get outside of his area, try something different. For me, I was no longer going to entertain any dudes that were not serious, were not showing me actions, showing me that they were really about what they said they was about. And that's why I was so, I wouldn't say I was hard on him, but I was just like, call me. I know you text me, that's cute, but I said,
I don't care
me.
you with your son, happy birthday, Jordan, call me, is what she said, basically.
Basically. And that's on period. No, but for real, like, ladies, you have to have your standards. You have to know what you want and not settle. Because I was single for, what, 10 years? 10 years.
Never would have made it. And fellas, the moral of my story is shoot your shot. Just shoot it. Just, however, if you a 3-point shooter, a foul.
A foul?
A foul shooter if you Shaq. Like, just shoot your shot.
If you Shaq,
Like,
you
just
might
shoot
miss.
your shot. Don't worry about, you know, all the heartaches that you left in the past and all that good stuff. Just look towards your future, and she's my future.
So it was a crazy journey, and I, like I said, wasn't expecting it, wasn't looking for it, but obviously got it happen. Moral of the story, know what you want, go after what you want, don't settle for less, and shoot your shot.
Shoot it.
And going on our first date, like, that whole story, it's a whole nother video. If y'all want to hear about our first date,
That might be a 2-part video.
If y'all want to hear about our first date, make sure you let us know in the comments, and we will do a video letting y'all know about our first date where he was late.
A little late.
He was late.
In all fairness, there wasn't a parking lot.
No.
So in Connecticut, we got parking lots at major restaurants. So
he was like, I was sitting there like, oh hell no.
she was a little tired.
And yeah, see how we went from our first date to where we are now. So let us know in the comments if you want to see that video. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in to my channel.